Hello and welcome back to Pokemon trading card game for the Game Boy Color. I've got an idea as to what I need to do in order to try to get some more of the cards that I want here. And it's mostly going to be beating up on these guys. So apparently a hidden mechanic to this that I did not know about is that not all of the booster packs that are the same booster pack are created equal. So, for example, if you fight two different guys who give you a evolution or whatever booster pack, well, I mean, if it's a hidden mechanic, I could have known about it for other reasons, but basically, what I want to get at here, eventually, is that if I were to fight against, say, the guy in the Rock Club, and I get his evolution booster or whatever, it has a higher chance of giving a fighting type Pokemon card as opposed to other trainers. So my understanding is that the dudes at the Science Club have better chances of dropping grass type Pokemon, which is mostly what we're looking for. Because that is what our deck is strongest at. And all of the Game Boy exclusive versions of the evolutions use just colorless energy to use their attacks. So they're completely deck agnostic. Which is great, because they will be very helpful little backups for several of our things that we would like to do. Hey, nice, we drew a card, and it's just another Meowth. That's not so helpful, but okay. So, yeah, that's just a thing to know. But, aside from that... Nice, we actually won the flip, hell yeah. Now, I've gotta have... I was gonna say, do I have Flareon in here? Yes, I do. God, I wish I could just pick up that DCE. That would actually be quite helpful, too. But, hey. Alright, what's your deal? Oh, both of your attacks cost 3. So it's not really ideal to do anything with that just yet. Damn. Oh well. So, I decided to go back to Final Fantasy XIV. After... I don't know when the last time I played was. Months ago. A very long time, that's all I can say on the matter. And, oh goody, we have nothing new in the hand here. Well, we can secure a kill with the plus power, I guess, but... Nah, let's just do things this way. It'll be fine. We are not going to be punished for this, don't worry. Until we inevitably are, anyway. We're getting punished immediately. Well, fuck, I should've just burned the plus power, I guess. Never mind. Never punished. Never, ever punished. So... yeah, the thing with me going back to 14, the main part that I want to point out about this is that I had the game uninstalled from my hard drive because I wasn't playing it. It seemed like a bit of a waste to have it still installed on the drive. Unfortunately, since I'm replaying it, since I'm going back to it now, I have to reinstall it, and it is a whopping 142 gigabytes of files. So that is incredible, and by incredible, I mean, oh boy. plus I think Steam is, like, possibly rate limiting the amount of, you know, they're throttling how hard I can download it, potentially. Also, yeah, we are in just absolute garbage territory here for energy. So, it is currently downloading at a maximum of approximately 1.85 megabytes a second, which is a number that sounds pretty good. At least it still does to me. But the bigger thing here is that is still going to take absolutely forever, considering what we're looking at here in terms of total file size. It makes me a little bit upset. And fairly frustrated. God, I'm just drawing absolute garbage, dude. Here, throw this thing out front. Yeah, I did hear about that. The Nintendo Switch 2 is going up by $50 in on September 1st. So that's a little bit... That sucks, but of course the economy is complete dog shit everywhere, so like... you know, honestly, I think that Nintendo can still take the strain there. You know, just my opinion here, that I don't really sympathize for a fucking corporation. And regardless of where you stand on your opinions on Nintendo, I think that screw them, you know? Oh yeah. We're just gonna hold through that. And we're going to draw this Tangela that is also not helping us advance our position in the world any. Well, FML. Let's put this on Meowth and just try to use this to stand on a little bit for now. Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm saying. I've been drawing just straight trash this entire time, especially with regard to energy cards seemingly don't exist for me. Like, I don't know where any of my energy actually is. Is it all here? Is it all in the goddamn doldrums of my fucking graveyard? Okay, I need to read my cards real quick here. I mean, technically, Butt-Free can do Whirlwind on a DCE. Can you do anything useful, Metapod? You can sit there and get hard. Unfortunately, I can't play that this turn, so... I'm not happy about that, but whatever. I'm also not terribly happy about that, but it's not the worst result we could have gotten. The guy could have gotten 3 heads, and then I would have just been like, okay, bro is cheating. Mods ban him. Etc. Damn. Please no 3rd head. Fuck! God damn it, you bastard! You cheating fucker! I cannot believe... Yes, I can. I'm gonna strangle you like you're Bart Simpson. I don't think this is the guy I want to fight, but, like... I'm gonna try him anyway. Because you better believe I didn't memorize any of that stuff that I looked at. I just read it. Well, hey, at least we're going first. And we drew an energy removal. That's pretty nice. Yeah, pity about no paralysis, but hey, maybe it won't matter. Fuck! Can I draw another grass energy? No, I can't. Good. Well, let's go ahead and delete that real quick. What else do I have on the bench? I have a Bulbasaur and I have a Meow. Yes, good. And see, I feel like I'm doing that mash pretty well. And that's not necessarily the best way to do any of this, but hey. This guy is cooked. He didn't play anything. Like, I'm not even going to attach energy or anything. Just get his ass out of here. Hooray! That feels like I shouldn't have won. He's got evolution booster packs. These, well, in addition to the fact that they clearly have the Bulbasaur cards for us, they might have more of the Caterpie cards, which are not really that great. Oh, hey, look, there's Zard. There's that card that's worth, like, crazy amounts of money because everybody really likes Charizard for some reason, because all y'all Pokemon fans are basic bitches. Anyway, so Charizard is sort of this interesting case because honestly, I don't think this card is actually good. I think that Zard is actually kind of shit. And don't get me wrong, I absolutely did win some games with this back in the day. Because, yes, I did pull one, and unfortunately I sold it, like, over a decade ago. Which, granted, over a decade ago is not really saying a whole lot, because that was 2016. I'm pretty sure I was still in university at the time, and by a pretty good amount. It was probably, like, in the 2013 at most recent that I sold it. So, unfortunately, I didn't have a chance to make the amount of bucks that people do for anything like that, because God knows that if I had had that at the time, I would have been able to fucking retire, compared if I sold it now. Asterisk, not literally true, but still. So, this card has a power that all your energy that you attach to it counts as fire as long as it's not status. And it has this very beefy looking attack attached to it of 4 fire energy, do 100 damage, but you have to discard 2 energy cards attached to it in order to use it. Now, as you've probably ascertained, this is unsustainable in the long run. It's a little bit like Hyper Beam on some level. You know, on paper, it's kind of like the actual in-game Hyper Beam, because you basically can only use it every other turn if you're working at the most efficient rather. And I know somebody will probably be like, you can do combos with DCE. Shut up. Shut the fuck up, because then you will get into a case where, best case scenario, you may have to discard 3 or more energy off of it to use it. And at that point, do you want to do that? Because you have to chuck 2 cards. It's a little bit, actually, in terms of, like, other TCG comparisons. There's a spell in Magic the Gathering called Fire Blast, which obviously has nothing to do with the Pokemon attack. First of all, it's a one-word name, so Fire Blast with no space. Now, Fire Blast is a single target burn spell for 4 damage that costs 6 mana to cast. And if you know anything about Magic, you're probably thinking, that is grossly inefficient. And yeah, it is, so it has an alternate cost, where you can sacrifice 2 mountains to cast it for 0 mana. And that sounds real cool, but now imagine that you're just pumping those out constantly. And that is what our old friend Charizard's attack is, basically. Is just, hey, just keep throwing away 2 lands per turn in order to do this. Oh my god, the amount of card cycling I can do here. That's pretty good, actually. But hey, this guy didn't play an energy card, and that's sort of the more important thing to me right now. Now, unfortunately, we do have to dump this Dugong down the drain, which, very sad. Dugong is pretty good. It's doing a hell of a lot more in this TCG than it does in any of the in-game locations. But we're Professor Oaken, so that way we can go and we can find ourselves some more actual things that we can play, because we want to be able to build up to actually attack at some point. That generally seems like a pretty good idea. Ooh. I think I would rather have the poison. I did also kind of just bin my full heal, so that's not great. But let's go ahead and eat one of his energy cards. Maybe he doesn't have more. In fact, I'm kind of hopeful. Ah, pity. Oh well. Yeah, see, we got poisoned, but unfortunately we are still confused, which is the part that kind of sucks here. Well, there's our DCE, and unfortunately, we can't actually put that to great use right now. We do have some stuff that can actually use it effectively. Nice! We don't have to worry about that. We just take the win here. Give me your lunch money, you annoying child. At least it looks like an annoying child. Or just a child, period. Who's probably annoying, but for other reasons. So we got this Dragonite card. It can come into the front of the team for free. That's neat. But it has an attack that's kind of... I'm not impressed. Oh, hey, Vileplume. We have one of these, finally. We have the ability to remove a little bit of damage every turn if we're lucky. Petal Dance is a slightly more unfortunate attack, but hey, there's another double colorless for us. That's pretty good. We do like those. We also got this Dratini. I don't remember if we've pulled any Dragonair yet. So actually properly starting on building up the food chain there might not be so viable. Yeah, we haven't pulled a single Dragonair yet. I think they're probably in another booster pack. if I had to guess. And for the time being, I do, so... I don't have more Kangaskhan, do I? No, I don't. Damn. Damn. Yeah, I've got more of those Flareons, so I have another Eevee. I do. So, alright, I guess we can take those out as much as I like them. And, actually, hold up, I'm gonna go take a look at Jolteon and decide if that is the better choice, and... honestly, probably not. Especially, we already beat that one gym, so... Oh shit, I didn't realize we were at 4 DCE already, so... we just do something like that. And yeah, this'll do for now. Until we get some more of these cards. Gonna give this kid yet another swirly. This hand is acceptable. Which is my way of saying I kind of hate it, but okay. Okay. Fine. Yeah, you're using the Fury Swipes, huh? And unfortunately, I can't really manipulate that any, so... But what I can do... I can be a real pain in the ass with that. Darn. Well, if I could draw a double colorless, then I would have a good reason to evolve into Flareon. Good. No attack this turn. That's fantastic. As I proceed to not draw what I'm looking for anyway, so... Oh, damn it. Thankfully, this guy is just padding out his bench instead of doing anything useful. So I can fail another coin flip like that. Hooray! Yeah, just go ahead and keep padding that stuff out, man. I don't care. As I proceed to draw, just jack nothing anyway. Eesh. Like I was saying last time, it does kind of bother me a little bit that we're looking at a game here that has 2 mana screw mechanics. It feels so bad sometimes, and this is one of them. This is why when I was a kid, I frequently would run decks that were 30 energy, because it is that bad sometimes. Like, whatever, I only need like 3 Pokemon anyway. And all of them are Scyther. Well, Eevee's dead. Fuck you. God, man. Just... Ugh. Good, I drew an energy. Cool. Game's a real shithead, man. Well, you know what? Fine, we'll start feeding Tangela, I guess, and this Bulbasaur can just kind of be a big punching bag. At the rate this is going, maybe I just have to hope for him to deck. Okay, it's not gonna go that far, but it definitely is kind of atrocious. Yeah, get it over with. Alright. Tangela, get in there. You have a poison move, which... honestly, compared to whatever else I've got in play, that's at least something, you know? Hooray, and energy, which is not really that important right now. Oh boy. Not really that important right now. Although, I mean, the way things are going, being able to set up pincer as fast as possible is pretty important, but hey. And that's why. Oh, yeah. I could solve that with a double colorless, but those don't exist, let's be honest here. Damn it. It's okay, as long as we live through this turn, which we have a very high chance of, but not 100%, then we can at least start doing things. Deal off some damage. And now we're just failing these coin flips constantly. Ugh. God, is there really this much energy in our prize pool here? Fuck my life, just... Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Well, at this point, there's no real reason in me buffing another Pokemon, because it's kind of do or die time at this point. And no, we lost it to a coin flip again. Just like the last time I lost this fuck. Like, once again, literally one turn away, and I lost a coin flip. Of course, I was doing that the whole game, so, like, what else is new? But still. Eh, sure, put Bulbasaur up front, and I guess we can put Nidoran in the back. I should have just started to mash right off the bat, but I forgot that that's how this works. Okay, good. We're still alive, but we can still die next turn because of reasons. Excellent. Now... Ivysaur, how do you work again? Okay, so I think that honestly just outfitting that with double colorless next turn will be good enough. Yeah, see, we lived through it. I just had to not lose any of the coin flips. Thankfully, we did not. I mean, unfortunately, we're still in such a position where we can literally just die next turn, but hey. Yeah, we're cutting it close here. We are cutting it very, very close. I think his next Pokemon is going to be Grimer. Yeah, so we're just dead now. We lose all this investment that we made into this Pokemon, and that's one of the things that's always a little bit unfortunate about ETCG. Oh, heck. I overmashed a little bit there. Well, whatever. This Nidoran should be able to endure for a couple of turns. Yeah, since we cannot manipulate their coin flips, I'm not even gonna entertain sitting around there. I will fast forward through those. So let me tell you how much I love the sheer amount of annoyance involved with just sitting here with my thumbs at my butt. This game's a little bit slow, honestly, when you think about it. 3 in a row, man. I'm annoyed. Damn it! I screwed up on my mashing, I guess. Oh well. Thank you! Thank you for not paralyzing me, you... Yeah, see, and now I'm getting completely energy flooded, like, to a ridiculous extent. Oh, thank goodness. I was gonna be so upset if I flipped 3 tails. There's a Kangaskhan. That's something that could afford to suck down all that energy, really. Hooray! You did nothing, Doduo. Rest and rip. Well, we can feed that to Kangaskhan. Nice, no damage again. And there is what I was looking for that Eevee. I was gonna say, now this train can't last. Yeah, I've got to get hit by the double heads, too. Naturally. And now the free energy train has stopped rolling. Surprised it didn't happen sooner, to be honest with you, but hey. Whatever. take another prize off of this. We've been doing pretty good with this Nidoran, actually. Nice, we got another DCE that I honestly kind of don't need right now. But hey, if I end up needing another new Pokemon at some point, well... And there is the end of the gravy train. Only to get right on another one, or, well, what would be another... Calling it a train seems like a bit of a stretch in a case like this, because the game just ended off of that. Yeah! Kangaskhan doing some fucking work. Nidoqueen. That's not the thing I think I was pulling these for. I don't remember what I wanted out of this. Oh, hey, look, it's Kabutops again, everybody. That rare card that I now have, like, 10 of. Okay, yeah. Hold up the lists on Bulbapedia. Seeing... Okay, yeah, I don't actually need the mystery pack anymore because... I mean, I guess in theory it could be nice to get more Nidos, but I don't really need the female Nido family too much anymore. I also... I mean, I guess also to try to pull for Dragonair, but whatever. I don't even need double colorless anymore. I thought I had, like, none of those, so... Yeah. The Vaporeon is probably the only other thing, but I will fight somebody at the Water Club for that, I think. Meanwhile, yeah, Evolution doesn't really look like it has too much here, so... Coliseum. Yeah, Coliseum has the Scyther and Pinsir that we want. And those are the big ones, but there are a couple of other just, like, good Pokemon that don't evolve there, period, so... It's back to the Grass Club we go then, I guess. After I check around and see if anyone has anything to trade. Because I don't remember where all the trades are, but they have some fairly unique cards. Sure. It's the same Vileplume we already have, but that's okay. You're the one... You are not the one that I'm looking for at all. Alright. You have the packs that I'm looking for, I believe. Right? I'm not sure how challenging or not this battle is going to be, because... Grass type versus grass type, so... Presumably should be kind of evenly matched. And I'm on not the play again. Dang. I gotta start doing stuff with those coins better. Do you really draw this badly? Yeesh. It's okay, I know that feeling. Still. Yeesh. Very unfortunate. Oh, I see. She did play another Venonat, so... good to know. I mean, ultimately, it matters not, but... unless she plays an actual Pokemon. And one that can use a real attack. Well, she's got a... that's a different Ditto, because... they had to make a special Ditto card for this because... they really were struggling to make the original Fossil Ditto work with this, from what I've been led to understand. Although, granted, what I've been led to understand might be horribly wrong. But, hey. Wouldn't be the first time. No tricks, but... of course not, because it's this game, especially in this era. See, that was quite easy. Just a complete blowout. And there is Gyarados, which is not what we're pulling for. Professor Oak, though, that's pretty nice. Hitmonchan, another thing that we were not opening packs for, but hey. Nice to see you anyway, buddy. Keep going for it. Surely I will not at any point regret. Give, something. Oh, excuse me. Not anyway, so... oh, hey, look who it is. Oh, well. Yeah, I see you get it, but... not me. Nice! But yeah, we are no longer, charmed, thankfully. So, hey. Just go forward with it. Oh, you had the same idea as me. Okay. I mean, fair enough. Pretty good idea, I'm not gonna lie, so... there's Kangaskhan. The boss! I'm not playing Kangaskhan this much just because it's this close to Mother's Day. That is technically true, but... say don't be silly, but no. Being silly is what half of this audience is here for. Oh, you've got another one of those Ditto, huh? I thought she played Porygon. Sure looked like it to me, but hey. Maybe I'm not paying great attention. No, bad. Oh, we are risking life and limb here. I do not know if she has Pokemon on the... oh, yeah, she has that. She does have Porygon. Well, I'm going to attach this Defender so that way we don't die next turn. But Rage is dealing 60 damage, so that's pretty good. Yeah, see, that's why. I didn't want to lose my one usable Pokemon right now. See, a surprisingly easy battle, even with her actually getting a decent draw that time. Hi, Pinsir. You're not the bug I'm looking for, but you're pretty cool anyway. And a Bill. We do like Bill. Hey, Pinsir. You again. And also Bill. Again. There he is. He likes showing up to this one. I'll actually take the energy search out for that, and... You know what? Sure, we'll cut a Pokeball for another Bill. Just because then I don't have to worry about botching any coin flips. And I can have something that's got a little bit more utility, too. Oh god, that Porygon does not look well for what the overall quality of that thing is supposed to be visually. Like, I definitely think that the Kinabuchi Porygon was a little bit garish, if I recall correctly, but it's not that. Like, oof. That is not cool to look at. I don't like that very much. Here, let's do this, and be a little bit overzealous with our mashing, I suppose. Meowth. Eesh. I'm screwing this up pretty badly. Oh, it evolved to Flareon. Fuck. Fuck, fuck, fuck. Well, that's better. Plus, now we don't have to go gambling for our attack that deals damage. I don't know if we're still considered to be weak to fire or not. We shouldn't be, right? Yeah. I didn't think so. Ah, I should have targeted the other one. Oops. Just for safety's sake, we'll do this. Because otherwise we might lose our only Pokemon that's able to actually do anything useful. I don't completely know what her bench looks like right now, so... things might not be super great in the future. Well, no, she's just playing the Ditto, right? She might have something else, though. But for now, we're just hitting with that 50 damage attack. Everything is going okay. Venonat will actually be able to attack this turn, huh? Please no para. Yes! Good. We're safe. Yeah, this Flareon card is actually pretty good. It does encourage a little bit of, like, kind of being a little suicidal, but it seems like it's working, so okay. Nothing of real value in that pack. Computer search. Okay, yeah, here's our demonic tutor for this game. We get to search our deck for any card, but we do have to discard 2 cards to make it work. Which kind of sucks. I'm not gonna lie. That's something that really requires a lot of setup to do, and I feel that there's just not a lot that actually can benefit from that too well in this era. Granted, I don't really think there's too much that benefits too well from being sent to your discard, even in later eras of Pokemon TCG. I don't know for sure, though, because I don't pay a huge amount of attention to PTCG. To me, Pokemon TCG is a little bit just like, hey, it's a Pokemon thing, and you get involved with it because you like Pokemon. I don't know if it's the greatest of card games. I mean, I'm having fun with this. But I feel there's gotta be at least some sense of an upper limit there, right? Now, thank goodness we're not getting hit with Para. Otherwise, I'd be slightly upset. But also, holy crap, we are getting just a massive handful of grass energy here. I don't know if it's the game RNG or if it's just my weird luck or whatever, but genuinely, I feel like when I play this, I either get flooded with energy or I get absolutely shafted on it. Damn it, I made the classic blunder after failing the first flip. Oh, it's Leech Life. Well, that's why you never used it before. Okay. That kind of makes sense. I am fucking these coin flips up so badly. Like, there's got to be a way to the timing that I'm forgetting. Like, I could have sworn that just, like, hard mashing it would actually work, but it seems like it's not. It just was for a while, comparatively. Oh no, it transformed into Porygon. That thing's about to have a real rough go of life here. And see, I'm really picking up all the energy now. Swap this resistance for green. Don't know what I'm doing differently or wrongly or correctly or whatever. God, just so much energy. In fact, I'm actually in such a position right now where I'm going to Oak just to try to find that Flareon card, just in case I need it. I probably won't, but just to be absolutely sure. Yeah, hell, we'll play that too. Just in case this turns into another only one head instance. Yeah. Just like it did there. Good lord, so much of the energy just like right at the top of the deck. I swear, the RNG in this game gets really, really silly at times. Oh hey, Wigglytuff. I mean, I actually seem to recall this card is kinda good. Right? You can put the defending Pokemon to sleep for free with no, like, luck involved. And has an attack that can do up to 60 damage pretty easily. Not terrible. And there's Pinsir again. Once again, I'm looking for Scyther, and I know that the Scyther is in that pack. Because meanwhile, the Pinsir just does not compare whatsoever. It's an alright card, but it's not that good. It's one of the most, yeah, this is here, kind of cards in the entire thing, so... Let's try this again. Ooh, good start, actually. Good start. I don't need anything else, though. I do need to pay attention and remember to press the button for that much faster, but hey. Darn. No free damage for us there. Oh well. Well, hey, Retro. Alright. He'll use energy removal on that, even though that's probably a little bit overkill. Bill. Oh, hey. We'll full heal that. Why not? You get the full heal next turn anyway for evolving, so if we get paralyzed again, big whoop. Yeah, see? Doesn't matter. We just bite and... yeah, the rest of this battle should be pretty easy. Assuming I don't get the world's worst, you know, draw luck with anything. And it looks like everything is coming up Millhouse or something. Half expecting to open this pack and get that Kabutops, despite the fact that it's not here. But hey, there's Kangaskhan. We got our Professor Oak, that's kind of nice. Hitmonchan. Nope. Nope. No Scyther. Where the fuck is this goddamn Scyther, dude? That's the big one I'm looking for here, and the game is not really seeing fit to actually let me have that. So I'm actually gonna dump one of those Gusts of Wind and put in another Bill. Hey, if they're gonna give me the ability to get this much card draw in this era, I may as well take at least some advantage. Yeah, if I'm gonna get an opening draw as terrible as this, too, I mean, hey. Sure, I'll play the Caterpie. Might come in handy. You know, I might actually draw Metapod or something. I, of course, did not. That's fine. Oh. I don't know what I expected when I clicked on the attack button there. Maybe I was expecting it would wait a moment before it told me that. But hooray! No paralysis for us this turn. And that Flareon doesn't do anything for us because we just don't have an Eevee right now. Dang it. Well, that's gonna get reversed this next turn. And that can't be fully reversed, but it will be partially, I guess. So, that's slightly disappointing, but oh well. Nice. Grass Energy and another Bill. And a Caterpie and a DCE. That DCE is currently not going to be of much use until I actually draw something worth putting that on. Damn it. Unless I actually draw the one Nidorino in my deck. In which case, I mean, yeah, we feed it that because then that lets it build up to Horndrill, but Kangaskhan, however, that can definitely use the amount of energy there. God, I swear sometimes it feels like I only get the coin manipulation when it's not in my favor. Especially lately. Yeesh. Fuck! Oh, we can do that at least, and that can... yeah, give us a little bit more hope because of shit like that. Well, nice whiff there, you goofus. How close are we to getting Kangaskhan maxed out? Not nearly enough. Well, it's a shame we couldn't hang out for that just one more turn, but hey. You know what, we'll send out Nidoran again and just keep using these for now. These are my main little progress makers. Until Kangaskhan is ready to go. Well, that's only going to do 1 damage, so that's fine. Professor Oak. Is it worth... It's probably not the most so, but let's go for it anyway. Oh, right, I do have 3 sets of Flareon in the deck, don't I? Oh, clearly I do. What am I doing asking you folks? Oh, yeah. My brain switched off there for a second. Oh, now we're just continuing to roll in the energy, aren't we? Oh, hell. That's kind of annoying, but... I know what cannot be resisted. And it's this fella. Meanwhile, we will start padding out Nidorino's energy count, and... You require 4 energy. Yes, 4 energy to Horn Drill. God damn it, man. Oh, how annoying. That's better. That time I didn't even try to do anything for it. Wow. Damn. Whew, boy. Getting some bad fucking coin flips here. Meanwhile, I'm still prepping the rest of my bench just in case it actually comes up. It won't, but just in case. Alright, can I at least just get 1 Scyther, please? Like, I'm not asking for much here. Good lord. This card seemingly doesn't exist. Alright, well, fine. Let's go to this place again. Well, this guy is offering to duel us right off the bat, which is kind of a shock. We'll go for it. Let's see what the deal he's got going on here. Ah. Yeah, it's okay, dude. I don't need your help being unable to do damage. See what I mean? I'm not prepared to use that just yet. You see, there's a lot of reasons why I'm not prepared to use that just yet. Three in a row! This thing is fucking worthless, and I would be using something else if the game would actually let me fucking have pulls. It's been dismal on some of these fronts today. And by today, I mean throughout the entire history of me playing this so far. Yeah, does that just not work? Like, have I been doing it wrong and yet somehow getting lucky with it for that long? That definitely feels like what could be the situation. Yeah, fuck it, I'm just gonna let this sit for a moment. Actually, can we make this time out? The answer is no, we can't. I was genuinely unsure. It is so interesting still that the coin flips are like that, you know? I haven't flipped a single heads this entire game. Like, why am I even bothering to put this fucking Nidoran out here? Oh, hey! Finally, you did something! Good job, buddy. Great job. Well, Kangaskhan is pretty good. This is really not the thing I was looking for. But hey, that's just how it goes sometimes. I do in fact feel the slightest bit of regret about dumping that Pokeball now, because it could be really helpful here. Oh, right, our Caterpie died earlier. In an act of heroism. I don't think that defender is going to help you, dude, but... I mean, I could be wrong. I mean, for a start, I'd have to actually win the flip, but hey. It's not even what I'm talking about here. Even though I've had just absolutely the world's shittiest coin flips here. I'm gonna keep saying it because it's still true! It's still true! Okay, that's useful. It's just not what I really wanted to... Oh, you... And I forgot about the fact that these things are all weak to fighting, because that is what rock counts as for some reason. Oh boy. The energy cards for that. Ew. Fine. I'll just draw a card off of that and get an Eevee. Eevee honestly not being that helpful here. But it's something, I guess. Throw a defender on here. You got going on? You got a Geodude and a Rhyhorn. I'm going to abstain from playing an energy card this turn. Hey, there's our Ivysaur. That's fantastic. Yes! Get fucked. Absolutely no damage taken from that. Hell yeah, that's what we like to see. And we'll hit you with that Vine Whip. I feel kind of like we have this in the bag, although the game is taunting me with that. I think we are able to break out of that by evolving still. So we actually finally get to use Venusaur. That's a shock. And it is going to absolutely... Oh, he doesn't have any Pokemon left. Well, that was an instance of us having incredibly bad luck, but we got away with it, so hey. And he's going to give us the mystery packs, so we get more Kabutops. My favorite that I have like 15 of. It's a lot. I forget how many exactly. You know what? Let's go take a look. Just out of curiosity. 8. We have 8 of this Kabutops. That is not a good card to start with. Again, stage 1 stats for a frickin' stage 2. But hey. It's time to fight Ronald real quick here. That's why I saved before this. Is because I knew this was coming. I don't remember what all the battles are against this asshole, but there's a couple of them throughout the game as you pick up your badges. And each time, if you're able to beat him, you will get a unique card. I just forget what that card is. In fact, it may not even be anything good or useful, so arguably it may not be very important for me to try, but hell if I remember. The more important thing here, though, is that we kind of got to race this thing a little bit. I think it has a 30 damage attack, which is a little bit... No, okay, it's only 20. So that is still kind of problematic, but also... Never mind, I no longer care because I forgot I had plus power in hand while I can guillotine, so I don't have to worry about that at all. Boy, that Pokemon sure was there for like a second, wasn't it? That's only damage that he's protected from, so frankly, like, whatever. I can still attempt to paralyze him. Yeah! Whatever, don't take damage. I don't care, dude. I just wanted to stun you anyway. And it worked. Okay, what's his current to-do here? Okay, so I can rip one of his energy and it doesn't matter what I hit, so that's fine. And just shear him like a sheep. As he pivots, and... Damn. I was really hoping to land the para there. It's okay, it didn't matter. He didn't play an energy card. Which shocks me. Bro is doing, like, nothing this entire game. I'm pretty sure that's the first time we've taken damage this entire match, too. Like, I'm shocked by how little this guy is doing. And another double colorless. We're getting plenty of those. I kind of wish that Butterfree didn't have such incredibly, like, just kind of ass energy costs. But the fact that its Whirlwind is 2 colorless and its other move is 4 grass, it's just like, man, you're being rude, aren't you? Well, technically I could build up to it, but hey. Fat lot of good that crying with your Cubone did you, huh? And we beat him with only taking literally 1 hit. I'm shocked. And we got the Kinabuchi Jigglypuff. I don't remember what this thing does. 1 to remove an energy and see what its HP was. But that kind of seems like crap. Yeah, 50 HP. You kidding me? I'd rather just use the jungle one. That almost seems to actually be kind of decent. Well, folks, after our really abysmal pulls and getting away with a win against a club leader that we probably shouldn't have, I will be right back. Tef, is that all you're here for? You can say yes, because I know. Anyway. We don't really have to deal with these guys anymore, but I guess I'll fight these nerds anyway. I should be able to beat them, hopefully. Ah, good, we're starting with just the Meowth. I like you, Meowth, but I probably should swap those cards out of the deck. They're not that strong. Especially because we still haven't pulled Persian, like, even once. So it is almost a what the heck are we doing here sort of thing. Yeah, same game. And see, that's another reason why it kind of sucks that we are with just this, because of the fighting weakness and the game, the very small number of types of cards, which is good for the record. Yeah, this fucking cat literally did nothing, which, I mean, yeah, cats do that, right? Ugh. Excuse me. Fucking hate this sand attack shit. Granted, this is also exactly what that Magmar that I tend to refer to does, is literally this. The only difference is that it's a fire type. Well, yeah, I mean, right. My brain switched off for a second, oops. But hey, Pinsir. On paper, that guy's kind of good if we are ever actually allowed to attack with him, which we probably won't be. Fuck. Get an actual move. Read another book. Wait. Dude. Finally. Good thing I didn't heal so much that I went past the threshold there. And he's playing his goddamn Sandshrew. Dude, I'm gonna shit out my... Good. I didn't have to go through waiting through several turns to actually get lucky enough for that to happen, and picked up. As always, the prize system leaves us picking up a card that we really need at the very end, you know? Hey, Machamp! Ah, yes, I remember this guy from being exclusive to the starter set back in the day. With its strikes back power. Graveler, Super Potion, Jinx. Oh, stop looking at it. Eesh. Ugh, I think we avoided having it on screen for too long, so... Hey, look, it's another Machamp! Ah, yes, good old Machamps.com. Coming in twice. This kid's image makes him look really annoying. Also, Garbage Hand. We have one basic Pokemon, and it's a Nidoran male with no other... with no evolution for it. So, we could end up being stuck doing nothing. At least we have plenty of energy. That's better. I think the timing for the coin involves you, like, waiting a moment, but, you know, hell if I remember. But also, the fact that you can time the coin toss to manipulate it all is kind of silly. And once again, I've got a hand of like 6 energy cards and an evolution that does nothing for me. And we just picked up another energy card from the prizes. Like, man, I get energy flooded so much in this. It's incredibly silly. What's this board look like? Got another Rhyhorn and an Onyx. I'm just gonna stick for this for a second. Although... yeah, now we're just gonna retreat for Pinsir. Because this guy can do some fucking work! Yeah, look at that! Just annihilating fellas here. Ah, darn. I get it, you don't want me to have fun. Like, fine. Fine. Fine, I guess I won't have fun. Never mind, this problem's fixed itself already. Another con. And a whole lot of nothing. Well, I guess Kadabra's nice, but we're not really building too much in Psychic Energy. Hey, Doug Trio! Good damage, but the build-up there kind of takes a while. And another Bill, but we've got plenty of Bill already. Plenty of Bill. Bill, 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 Bill. Oh. I've done that bit before. Oh, well. Let's have a look around here. Well, what is a lot, anyway? Oh yeah, I forgot about the fact that there's these emails that you can read. So we can get some free booster packs. Snorlax! Yo, Snorlax! My boy! Beedrill. Potentially interesting, but I mean, only 80 HP of that. Wow. It's not really that shitty considering. Laboratory. Hey, Venomoth, neat. What does your power do? Change the type of Venomoth to the type of any other Pokemon in play other than colorless. Interesting. Very weak attack, though. I mean, okay, it can do a lot, but, like... There's this guy. Yes! Yes, yes, yes. The Fossil Magmar is a really unfun card to play against for this period. So it's got Smokescreen. You saw that thing that was really pissing me off with the Sandshrew? This is that, but on a better Pokemon. A Pokemon that can also spread poison. So... yeah... it's a little bit rough. Slowbro. Strange behavior. As often as you like, you may move one damage counter from one of your Pokemon to Slowbro as long as you don't knock out Slowbro. Does your HP look like 60? That's kind of hot garbage for that purpose. Then again, we are talking about, like, 1998 or 1999 era Pokemon cards. HP values in this era were kind of dog shit compared to what they are today. And that's why a lot of the time you would just see people playing the Haymaker decks where it was just like, you just played unevolved Pokemon that were like the good isolated Pokemon like Kangaskhan and Snorlax. Sadly, they didn't give Tauros a decent card in this period. Cycle, oh yeah. Point if heads, put a card from your discard on top of your library. Ooh, what do we got? Hey! Dragonair does actually exist, by the way, folks. We finally pulled one. We could theoretically try using this and that Dragonite in our deck. I mean, honestly, if you just set up Dragonair to shit Hyper Beam on your opponent, this thing does kind of just, like, absolutely kick people in the nards. Yeah, the thing that I remember being very popular back then, in this sort of era, pre-Team Rocket, was playing mostly around Scyther. Kangaskhan was also quite popular. I think I think Snorlax was used a pretty good amount. But Yeah, a lot of those Pokemon, because they just hit the board being really good and you don't have to spend evolution cards on them, and usually they just have utility right off the gate too. Over time, they did eventually make evolved Pokemon a lot better to try to make that less of a thing. I think it was mostly successful, although a lot of my knowledge of, like, Pokemon TCG metagame history is kind of very, very little. I do distinctly remember there was an era where there was a Lieutenant Surge's Electabuzz that had this ability to just get energy back from your discard, and you had other things that, like, dumped some of your energy to just sort of, like, go in a loop, and it was a problem for that period. Not to the extent, though, of the infamous Sneasel card in the Neo Genesis set. That's, like, the big thing that I remember. That's the card that got just banned right off, because even though in that era they didn't have basic dark energy, the special energy that they had for it gave you a damage boost at the expense of being more fragile, but, like, as long as you just killed your opponent fast enough, who cared? Hey, Vaporeon, nice. That'll give us a little bit more variety in the future if we need it. But I think for the time being, we probably don't. I mean, again, I think I'm just going to go in here and I'm going to... Yeah, unfortunately, these Meowths are going to go because I don't have another Persian. But what I do have is I have another Eevee, so... Why are you like this? Actually, don't answer that. I think I probably already know. I probably couldn't stop you anyway, even if I tried. Let's be honest here. Yeah, actually, I kind of think that Flareon... Basically playing completely against type for this era. I think that out of the Game Boy exclusive Evolution cards, I think the Flareon one is actually the best. Although this being a fire gym, this would probably be a place where we would want to have Vaporeon. Nevertheless, the thing that I like about them is, well, first of all, they have just very simple attacks and everything. And secondly, they do, in fact, just allow you to play with just colorless energy for them. So I can just play them in any deck I feel like. I don't have to play them on type. I'd say they can be a bit of a surprise for the opponent, but the opponent's a machine. It doesn't know how to be surprised. Damn. This guy's spending a lot of time building up his bench for, like, nothing. Oh, there we go. Oh god, is this the... This is the one with, Right. I was really hoping you would do that. But yeah, this is the one... This is the one that has flip 8 coins. It's attacked as 10 damage times the number of heads. You're almost guaranteed to do something with it, but oh my god, why would you do that? What jackass is like, yeah, you know what this needs? Flip 8 coins. In theory, this is less awful to see because it's entirely a computer machine. A computer machine, yes, shut up. As we're gonna get blown out because we have nothing. Yeah, like, we're like, just fucked here, yeah. First of all, he landed that many heads, so we're taking 80 damage, but also... Realistically, it's just like, if he got anything whatsoever. Why 8 as... I don't know, I think someone was just like, yeah, okay, that's enough. Or something. Also, consequently, you can see a thing that I kind of dislike about deck building in PTCG, which is that you're only allowed to have 4 of the same Pokemon name across the cards in your deck. So, for example, I can only have 4 Eevees and only... Excuse me, it causes some problems, basically. Because you often just don't really have a great ability to draw certain things. And it's like, oh hey, yeah, 4 of this one evolution, then 4 of all of its stages above. And that just means you end up with a lot of duds as a result. But if you take fewer, you have a lower chance of drawing them in the first place. And it just kind of makes you go kind of like, ugh. There are certain rules about, like, basically, if you have... no. So that was the part I was going to get to, is that, for example, if you have... Because the Rocket had... The Rocket set didn't have Dark basic Pokemon. It had Dark evolutions. So you would have, like, Ekans, and then you'd have Arbok, and then Dark Arbok. So you could have 4 Ekans, 4 regular Arbok, and 4 Dark Arbok. Completely uselessly, because then 4 of those are going to be dead draws at some point. But yes, it is considered to be different Pokemon for that reason. And then they had, like, shiny Pokemon and a couple of other things throughout the game's history that were... And they operated on similar principles of allowing you to have more of them than you otherwise would be able to, because they were technically different names. But, for example, if I just had... Like, there was a fairly popular, I believe, Mewtwo card that was available back in the day that you could get as a promo for showing up to Pokemon the First movie. And they also had a printing of it that was available in the VHS tape for it. But they had a different Mewtwo card that was in the base set. A different Mewtwo card that I personally believe was worse, but we won't get into that because it doesn't really matter for me to editorialize or anything like that. You could have 4 of the movie Mewtwo, but you could not then have any amount of the base set Mewtwo. Or you could have, like, 2 of the base set Mewtwo and 2 of the movie Mewtwo, and just 4 total across the same card name. And level and that shit were not included in it, even though the TCG here, the GBA game is really loving... GBA, pardon me. The GBC game is really enjoying showing us the levels of these Pokemon right next to their name. That is not considered to be part of the name, for reasons that remain a bit of a mystery to me. Wow, that's rough. Wow, tough crowd. Anyway. Rip Caterpie. Of course, that thing couldn't take down a Kangaskhan. That wasn't going to happen. Its only move that it knew was String Shot. Jeez. It was rooting for the underdog, and then there's whatever you folks were doing, thinking that that thing had a chance. But it was just a stopgap until we got to something that was actually playable. Ouch. Yeah, we will heal from that, and then we'll just bite this Tauros. Oh god, I forgot that was what its attack was. Oh boy. That's not a fun time at all. And I'll send Tangela in here. And that is good. So now Tangle, we managed to poison that Tauros, and we get the kill on that basis. Thank goodness. What's your attack do? Oh, it's Confuse Ray. Well, somebody find some guy named Ray and let him know that he's going to be confused. And to be fair, you ever play any trading card game and basically, yes, that will happen to you. Right. Oh, man. Really making me look like a buffoon. These guys do also kind of know how to retreat, which... by the standards of Pokemon trainers, pretty impressive. Although... well, first of all, where the hell is my energy? And second of all, look at him just, like, shuffle through all these Vulpix. And his Growlithe. His Vulpixes here. Hooray! We actually drew an energy card. They're actually real, guys. I'm enjoying, or at least I was enjoying for the period there of this Tangela getting a turn and this dude just being like absolutely disgusting and switching constantly. Oh god, speaking of switching constantly. Not this, but fucking hell. Well, we just lost a boatload of energy again. Hi diddly ho there, Nidorino. Wait. Don't say that. That's stupid. Cool. And I'm once again in the I can't do shit area because of no energy. Oh, hey, he evolved his thing all the way up to Pidgeot. Yep. And this attack doing an average of 40 damage, so, like... Man. Just garbage draws against this guy. I can beat him, even with my obvious disadvantage of playing a grass deck against the fire guy, but, like... I have to actually draw some of my fucking cards! The two-way mana screw is striking again. But hey, we get to go first at least. Well, that's just a waste of your energy card, dude. I don't know why you're doing that, but okay. Yeah, just... fight him. There we go. Oh, fuck you. And he gets a completely random basic Pokemon from his deck. Well, at least we got the energy back right away. And see, ultimately, that energy removal didn't matter. It just made me slightly annoyed. Oh, that's Nidorino. Play the Eevee. Yeah, I'm holding off on playing energy for a turn because of some reason. I swear this makes sense in my head, even though it really does not. Oh, whoops. I just kind of mashed through that. That's okay. That's... That Caterpie isn't really going to do much anyway, so... Well, Professor Oak here. And did we draw anything good? We did draw a small amount of energy. So there's that going for us. Bill and fight this bird. Chomp. And pivot in the Vaporeon. Pivot to video. We probably don't want to do that when Vaporeon is involved. Never mind. Give Nidorino some more energy, and... what does this thing do? Oh, yeah, it has same whirlwind attack, so... I guess I can try using focus energy. And whether he does that or not, I mean... Yeah, I wasn't sure if he was going to do it. But if he did, Nidorino still had a kill shot ready anyway, so... It was fine, probably. Hey, Chansey! Level 55. It's at a level you might actually be able to get it at in the game. Scrunch. That's your name for minimize, I guess. Double edge. 80 damage to itself. Ooh, boy. Ooh. Unfavorable. And here's Arcanine, which is a very powerful damage dealer, but very high risk. It's sort of exemplifying what the fire type is really about, I guess. Item finder. Discard 2 other cards. Put a trainer card from your discard into your hand. That seems like one of those cards that you can sort of turn into a bit of a playmaker at certain times, just to like recycle Professor Oaks, basically. Just discard these last 2 cards that you were going to chuck anyway. Oh, speaking of Professor Oak, there he is. More importantly, we've got Kangaskhan on the board to start with here. Oh, nice. Bill two times in a row here. If I can find another one of those, that'd be great, but I don't think it's going to happen before we hit our next turn. Another double colorless, anyway. Ah, boo! Boo! Boo this man! Boo! Well, whatever. We can just completely neutralize his threat entirely. He's gonna have to wait a couple of turns there. Never mind, he's already back on the go here. And getting his complete bullshit coin flips here, as is to be expected. Alright, well, I guess technically I do have a Pokemon, so that's cool. Fuck! I hate these goddamn coins. Why are there so many coin flips in this game? Just as sort of a matter of, as a design choice for the entirety of the Pokemon TCG. Why does it have so many fucking coin flips? Like, I know there's a lot of stuff that is left to chance in Pokemon battling, but there's kind of a place where that's overrepresented in this, if that's what you want to call that. Being representative of. See, was that so hard, dude? The answer is probably yes, but never mind. Someone got double colorless. Oh, we're about to lose Kangaskhan. Well, so much for everything that I put into that. That's deeply unfortunate. Oh, and he's evolving it into Eradicate. Cool. Absolutely gutted, you know? Mentally, at least. Like, yeah, you lose stuff all the time, but still, just, man. Man! Enough of these fucking plus powers. S-wipe. Well, at least we recovered 10 damage, so that way we can still die. Okay, what has he got going on here? Dodrio. As long as Dodrio is bench, pay 1 colorless less to retreat your active Pokemon. That's cool. That's actually really nice. I like that kind of a lot. However, we got Nidorino here, so we can just spam Horn Drill. I think we've got this in the bag. Oh, I've got to be careful about this, though. Oh, yeah, that's the Pokemon that already died. Check my bench real quick. Who's back there? Tangela. Play the Caterpie just for the hell of it, really. Okay, good. Good. Provided he doesn't play another fucking plus power, which is probably what he searched for. No, he didn't. Okay. We've got this then, actually. Which is a huge shock, because I thought for sure that he was going to do something to kick me while I was down. But no, thankfully the AI is actually kind of stupid, so... Give me your booster packs. Where do you think these guys keep these things? Oh, hey, Pidgeot. That's not the same Pidgeot he had. Or that was the other guy who had that Pidgeot, I think. But, nevertheless, I don't know what that other Pidgeot is. I'll have to actually go take a look. Yeah, you got Wing Attack, Hurricane. Unless this attack knocks out the defending Pokemon, return the defending Pokemon and all cards attached to it to your opponent's hand. That is so weird. I mean, it's very strong. And it resets progress on certain things that you just don't have a great way to deal with otherwise, but man, they really were kind of throwing things at the wall in this period a little bit, weren't they? The other Pidgeot is... I just want to read what this thing does. Yeah, that one does a lot of random effects. Okay. I guess it's to be expected, but still. Okay. Well, now that I'm done reading that, let's save here. I didn't get anything I really needed for this deck, did I? No. I was just sort of misremembering a little bit. My brain switched off, I guess. Well, I don't know what this guy's requirements are, but let's go ahead and take him on. I'm sure that this will end badly because, well, he's the fire guy and we are playing a grass deck, but we're giving it a shot here anyway. We're going all in on dealing with some high-risk plays here. Oh yeah, I can't attack yet. Next turn. Next turn. He's going digging. Nice. Love to see that. Don't so much love to see that, but oh well. I could really, really go for drawing a double colorless here. That, I think, would be very helpful. Fuck. I don't need the help dying here, man. Like, not at all. But meanwhile, we can just obliterate that guy. I want that twink obliterated, etc. Plays a Chansey. And he is not adding energy to his other guy down there, which I am happy for. Interesting in obliterating. Listen. I don't know to what, but anyway, Pincer doing some actual work here. Oh boy. Hey, there's my double colorless that I could definitely have used earlier. He picks that thing up. Yeah, fine, we'll do it. It's a little wasteful, but we'll do it anyway. I'm feeling like we can squish this Chansey in a couple of turns anyway. Yeah, I mean... so far, that seems to be happening. Nice. Less nice is that he's got his Tauros already. And please fail. No! End of the road for you, Pincer. You had a good, long run. Until you didn't. Okay. Well, I don't think he can very easily do 60 damage to me, so... Like, alright, he does 30 damage with his Tauros. He's won 3 coin flips for that in a row. Gut-wrenching stuff. That doesn't happen in real life. Come on. This guy is absolutely... He is rigging this so hard, you'd think he's a James Bond villain, man. Like, he's just there at the casino and he's doing this to mess with Roger Moore for some reason. Let's throw out another evolution, and... Okay, yeah, that is a Nidoran male there. Which... Horn Hazard is barely a move, so we will do that. And I'm pretty okay with where I'm sitting for everything else, so I'm going to Professor Oak. And... yeah, this is much better. As I draw another Bill. That weird misshapen stick man. That is Bill. Oh god, my deck is actually getting very, very run down here. Is it possible that I could end up decking myself in this round? That would be fucking embarrassing, dude. Oh, whoops, you ran out of cards, idiot. Oh. Yeah, plus I still need to knock out one more Pokemon after this. It's very interesting to see the fire guy be the stall opponent on some level. You have a retreat cost of like 1. What else do you have sitting here? You have nothing that can fucking touch me if I decide to do this. I mean, I could still take enough damage, but it's not super likely. And if he's not even going to try to get me into a position where I can take that damage, then I'm going to screw up and I'm going to multiple inputs there and use the wrong move. But hey, we got at least one head, so that's fine. Get out of here. Hey, that time my entire energy was not glued to the bottom of the deck, so we managed to do that. Neat. What do you got in these booster packs for me? Anything good? The answer, honestly, is not really. I mean, I guess Nidoqueen is, like, kind of playable. Not really. But alright. Well, we got 3 badges so far, and that is the wrong location. But has some interesting music. Ah, the prize is a Mewtwo. You know, there's a lot in this era of Pokemon stuff in general, of just, like, girl characters in general who are just, like, girls are just as good at this as the boys, and it's like, yes, that is kind of, it really feels a certain kind of way, like they're trying to do something that's not so great with it, you know, on some level. It's like, how do I explain this? Why do we need the casual sexism in the background of this universe that it's so great of a thing that, like, I think you know where I'm how I'm trying to explain this. I'm just not doing well at it. What's this guy doing here? Oh, he's just some random NPC. Robert? Yeah, exactly. That's kind of what I'm getting at, is like... I also feel in particular that, like, the Pokemon series is a place where that extra doesn't feel right to have that as a major background element. But, you know, maybe that's just me. Oh, he's got a funky looking cat over there. And he's paydaying at me. He's giving me some kind of weird candy bar. You know, with all the regional variants of Meowth that we've had so far, I want one that's just like an orange cat. Of the variety that people sort of, like, joke about on the internet. Just some foul-smelling goofus. Ah, boo! The game didn't like me saying the phrase foul-smelling goofus. I'm gonna get my dick kicked in here because I haven't drawn anything. But, like, energy cards don't exist in this deck right now, apparently. Which is weird, because... Well, first of all, there's one right now that is actually probably the least good that we could have... It's coming in a little bit late, you know? It just makes you want to barf. Ah, dang it. That was 30... it's 30 damage. Fuck! We're just having a really bad time here, basically. And cool, I can't do anything. Well, that time we were able to successfully do something. I feel like I should have put that plus power on just to push things a little bit, but... I think we're just kind of screwed at this point. We're gonna die because of a Golbat. This is what I deserve. Oh, and he's giving me the suck. Remember to fetch, because at least we can sit here and we can draw cards. And just otherwise be complete dead fuck weight. It's okay, I've played a lot of blue in my day, so I'm pretty used to doing this as a strategy of just like sit here twiddling your thumbs and drawing cards and doing nothing and hoping you get the play. Except usually when I play blue, I at least have access to some fucking counter spells. Meanwhile, the Pokemon TCG has nothing like that. And we failed to... So now we're Now, Kangaskhan is gonna die, and we're going to be back to square. Go fuck yourself. Well, at least we got that. Can we just start flipping coins properly and get our paralysis? No, we can't! No, we can't! No, we can't. 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 I'm getting punked by a fucking Golbat, dude. Like... Jesus Christ. So, there's a... For those of you who pay attention to competitive Pokemon, this is some deep nerd shit that I'm getting into here. There is an extremely... like, super duper low tier of the RBY era called 7U, where it's basically all the worst Pokemon. Golbat was briefly legal in it. They had to kick Golbat out because it was being a problem, thanks to the fact that there was, like, nothing in the tier, and it used Confuse Ray, and it was very, very irritating to play around. And quite frankly, I have to think the actual justification for it was not that. It was the fact that losing to Golbat was deeply shameful. Because honestly, it kind of is, isn't it? Like, if your team got wiped by a Golbat, you would just, like... Someone comes up to you and is like, hey, how'd the Pokemon go? And you're like, I've never trained a Pokemon in my entire life. Pokemon, what's that? And we failed to land a paralysis, so we're going to lose now. He's gonna hit Wing Attack, and we die. Yep. Yeah. Unfortunately, that didn't seem like it was due to any sort of problems with my deck. That was just me not having any luck, and him killing me again with a Golbat, which is, like, super embarrassing. Let me draw extra cards off of his mulligans, come on. I know they axed that rule pretty quickly in TCG history because, well, you could just build a deck that has no out, and you could just make someone die. Like, you could just have no start whatsoever because you'd have no basic Pokemon or no basic lands or whatever the particular case was for your game. And you could just kind of go, well, yeah. I'm gonna mulligan forever, and you're gonna draw cards until you lose. And, perhaps unsurprisingly, that was kind of considered to be a little bit not good. Also, I'm sitting here with just this worm. God, this guy heals so much, too. Like, just to make him 10 times more annoying, right? He spams the hell out of healing cards. Yeah, I'm sitting here. I've got nothing but this one worm to try and get me anywhere. They paid me in worms. Can I just draw a goddamn Eevee already? So I'll have one card that's a playmaker. This entire deck, please. Please. Okay, I'll use a potion. Fine. Don't you bitch. Man. Can't have nothing around here. Eesh. Or if I could at least draw Ivysaur, I could make plays with that thing, too. Or I can just draw this and pretend that I'm doing something useful with my time here. Hey, there's our Ivysaur. Excellent. Fantiddly-tastic, neighborino. Now, poison powder is a guaranteed poison. Okay, good. That's actually quite helpful. That'll help keep me in, like, decent shape to deal with this, but he did a quick retreat, because he's a big fucking weenie! Oh, hey. Venusaur, once again, getting to do something. Although I gotta say, and competition is fierce here, but this is definitely like one of the ugliest looking Venusaurs I think I've ever seen in the entire history of Pokemon. I don't know, in the back of my head I get this vibe that like the base set Venusaur is just like made entirely of shoe leather or something. And its flower is all, like, rumpled and crumpled and kind of looks like a really bad hat. Still cute. I mean, yeah, it's not, like, offensive ugly, but it is kind of like the guy has definitely seen better days. Also does kind of look pretty cranky, which, to be fair, that's also not detrimental. I think Venusaur probably should look a little bit cranky. A little bit cranky Kong. Wait, no, that's different. Yo, what's up, Pinsir? Now, Pinsir is a guy who has always looked exactly as good as he does everywhere else. And to be honest with you, I don't know if that's a detriment or not. Oh shit. Thank you for the resubscription. 81 months. Good lord. How long? I've been doing this for so long. The hell? I say that like every time it comes up. Of course, the thing that I think about whenever I think about Pinsir is like, what was that, the second episode of the anime? If I'm not mistaken. Where the guy has Pinsir and he's, like, crushing the Metapod. And it gets split in half. And they just showed this shit to children right at the very beginning of the series, dude. Listen, at the end of the day, it's very common for people to rag on the original Pokemon anime. But on the other hand, it is kind of like respect for doing something like that. Also, big oops, I did not mean to double input there, but hey. Confusion shuts off his Pokemon power. So that's kind of funny. Hey, look, it's Vaporeon. That'd be like one of those things where it would Vaporeon would just crop up and I would just have like an automated laugh track or just stock audience cheering. And everybody just getting into their best soccer hooligan mode for that. Well, here, I refuse to gamble on this. I'm sending in Pinsir for cleanup. That's right. Do your thing. Guillotine doing more work in this game than it's ever done in any regular Pokemon game. Unless it's being used against me, in which case, the AI just constantly rips 31% guillotines off. Constantly. Meanwhile, I can be at 70 levels over, and I'll still miss. The joke here, of course, being that when you have 70 levels over an opponent, Guillotine is 100% accurate. Double asterisk here, that's using the rules as of Gen 3. Oh hey, for some reason this Pidgeotto is also a rare. Both Pidgeot and Dragonite having the same thing going on of a rare Stage 1 and a rare Stage 2. Oh yeah, that last pack was dog shit. We're not even talking about that, because who wants to think about that? Pidgeotto, though, like, it's very funny to me, though, because Pidgeot and Dragonite, right? Like, how far apart are those two Pokemon? Like, in terms of Gen 1 for the fully evolved lines, like, in terms of just sheer raw strength, you couldn't possibly get further apart. God damn. Anyway, he's funny. Give me your stuff, guy. This pack at least has Gust of Wind and some other things that are potentially interesting for the future. I still haven't pulled a Golem yet, so, like, all these Geodudes and Gravelers. Then again, I don't remember if Golem has, like, real attacks other than self-destruct. Grant this old man's wish. What a fantastic way to phrase it. Also, the connection. That guy is named Murray. Very peaceful sounding music. What's your... Oh, I wanted to see what was his, his requisite. Meanwhile, this guy, I guess, wouldn't have fought us if we didn't have any badges yet, so... What an incredibly snide motherfucker, right? Well, Bulbasaur, you're up to the plate, buddy. Honestly, Venusaur is, like, always cooked every time I've played it, but I'm kind of tempted to dump my Bulbasaur Pokemons basically for more pincers. There's a lot of stuff that I would really love to have that the game hasn't been very forthcoming with, but that's the way it goes with these rock and roll shows. And he's giving me the old scratch and sniff or something. I don't know. You finish the joke yourself next time. He's playing a psychic ghost, not to be confused with a zombie ghost. Alright, let me just read you again. Okay, yeah, so I can literally double kick as soon as next turn. If it becomes necessary. Yeah, we are rolling in these double colorlesses now. Hey, at least we did some damage. Good. Heals his benched Pokemon. Because, of course, I'm seeing a lot more healing in this area. To be honest with you. Oh, I don't need to do that. Oh, because he retreated. Okay. Well, ultimately, it didn't matter that you did that, dude. Because our horn drill damage is going to do some good work here. He brings out his Rick Ghastly here. I have nothing in hand, but I don't want to Oak right now. That seems like I'd lose quite a bit of very important things. Ooh boy, whenever an attack does anything to Haunter, flip a coin. If heads, prevent all effects of that attack, including damage done to Haunter. Oh, that's right. I remember this thing. And I was never a big fan of it, because, yeah. Yes! Good. Get the fuck out of here. Get that shit off of this board. How dare you? You seriously think that using such low-life tactics are, like, socially acceptable on any level? And we pulled nothing of great import. Hey, another Venusaur. Well, there's the Golem that I mentioned earlier that we hadn't pulled. Let's take a look at you again. Avalanche. Okay, yeah, it's a flat 60, and then self-destruct for 4 fighting. Alrighty. I mean, I got the numbers. I could probably put the other Ivysaur and Venusaur in there. Just start taking some other stuff out, and yeah, let's go for that. Why not? Take those. We basically never see them anyway, so One more grass energy. Save. Let's see what your deal is here. Missing part of her face. It's covered up. Obviously, it's not truly missing, but hey. What do we got? We got an Eevee. That's fine. I really wish I had a different start, but hey. Maybe we'll actually pull one of the evolutions, and we'll be able to put that to use. Oh, you've got the... No, this isn't the promo Mew. Never mind. Let's take a look at this thing anyway. Psywave does 10 damage for each energy card attached to the defending Pokemon. And De-Evolution Beam lets you return the highest evolution card on the target to its owner's hand. Which is quite interesting. Although that... annoying. Whoa. Well, good. We got an actual good Pokemon card there. Now, the other Mew that I'm thinking of is one that you can only obtain through the card pop function. Which means that there's a very real possibility that I may just, like, go look for a cheat code list in order to put it in to show it off. And it has a fully randomized attack and effect. Which can do 10 damage, and then for each of the 4 status effects, it has a chance of those, and a chance of removing an energy counter from you, or it has a chance of doing 20 damage, with no chance for any special effect, or a chance of doing nothing. So, yeah... Wow, I think is kind of the best thing that I can say about that, and not in a positive way whatsoever. Because, ooh boy, that's gross. That's terrible. Why is this even a... It's so underpowered. It's just there to be fun, I guess. Damn it! Fuck! Confusion acting just like it does in the regular game of just killing you but doing absolutely nothing to your opponent. Oh god. Oh jeez, this Mr. Mime. It prevents damage above 20. That's like, or above 30, 20, above 30, pardon me. That is vile, dude. I'm not talking about the guy from the Mega Man games. Plastic Alan told me once that he has a big butthole. Incredibly strange thing to bring up, but anyway. Yeah, you're playing a bunch of these Mr. Mimes. It's okay. Good thing I have an attack that... does only 20 damage. So, yeah. No, I don't need the paralysis. I don't think that... I think this thing has an attack that requires at least 2 energy, so... doesn't really matter, but hey. It's the principle of the thing, or something. Yeah, see, this one might get to attack, and I think the attack is probably, like, the basic psychic attack or whatever it is. That does more damage depending on how many energy cards the target has. See, it's fine we didn't really get any paralysis, though, so, Yeah, hey, that's what you get for being a big, smug nerd. You big, smug nerd. I'll take a look at super energy removal in just a second, but first of all, I just want to tab through all my lower rarity stuff. Cowardice. That wasn't cowardice! Yeah, if you can get that in front of something that only deals 20 damage, you can use that to waste an opponent's turn. Otherwise, though, it's a little bit... Super energy removal, yes. Discard an energy card attached to one of your own Pokemon in order to choose one of your opponent's Pokemon and discard up to 2 energy cards from it. That's quite swingy, actually. Again, with the right cards, that can be pretty nasty. Hey, there's that gross-ass Haunter for ourselves. Magmar! Yeah! Nice. Good stuff. That said, I'm not sure that we really would be prepared to go deal with Murray this time, and I don't really know that I would actually be able to beat him so easily right now. Huh. I'm kind of surprised that we're at 3 things already, but on the other hand, that also feels like too few, you know? Whatever. We're gonna save. We're gonna pick this up next week. And, yeah.